Mike Garofalo, take it away, gents.
Rich, we'll start with the New England Patriots, who spent a portion of this week interviewing Mike Vrabel in person for their vacant head coaching job. Also, yesterday spoke to offensive coordinator. Not happened. Now, there's a lot to like for Mike Vrabel. The Patriots, Tom, are certainly familiar with him. Obviously, they played against him. He played for them. He is certainly a member of the Patriots Hall of Fame, a former All-Pro in New England, a successful head coach with the Titans. This one, I think it's safe to say, makes a lot of sense.
Ian, my understanding is there have been contract talks between the Patriots and Mike Vrabel's agent, so potentially a big domino that could fall here in the coming days. Another really big domino is in Dallas, where Cowboys owner Jerry Jones and head coach Mike McCarthy spent several days and accept another job. On top of that, virtually all of his assistant coaches also would be free agents come Tuesday here. So a lot of moving parts in Dallas as the sides try to figure out whether they can work out a deal, Mike, to keep McCarthy in Dallas.
Tom, tonight we have a matchup of two offensive coordinators with multiple head coach interview requests this coming week. We'll start with Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, the former head coach of the Falcons. Now, Russell Wilson's had some recent struggles, but overall, folks around the league have looked at it and said he's done a nice job with two quarterbacks that underperformed elsewhere in recent years, Justin Fields and Wilson. So he'll interview with the Jets and the Bears. I give him a decent shot at that Jets job. He was one of the leading candidates back in 2021 when he wound up with the Falcons. He'll have to tell folks in these interviews what he learned while he was with the Falcons and what he expects to do better the second time around as a head coach. As for Todd Monken, the Ravens offensive coordinator, on the other side of the ball, we've seen what he's done with Lamar Jackson and this offense overall. From a personal standpoint, he's 58 years old, but he was just in college at Georgia. He's also shown the ability to relate to Lamar Jackson. That's the thing with Monken. He's able to relate to players of different ages, and there is an expectation that he is going to interview well. He's a no-nonsense guy, so teams interviewing him expect a straight shooter. Bears, Jaguars, and Raiders to interview him. Rich?
Thanks very much, gents. Greatly appreciate it. Here's some more information. Way back on the Tuesday after Labor Day, yours truly and Cynthia Freeland made a Super Bowl prediction that we have stuck with to the present day. Everybody else decided to take a Thanksgiving Day mulligan. And for those who might be new to us, where have you been? We've only been doing this show for a decade and a half. I don't mean to step at you. But that said, what we do is we predict the Super Bowl Tuesday after Labor Day. Then we give a mulligan shot at Thanksgiving. And on this very day of Wild Card Weekend, Steve Mariucci, do you wish to take a mulligan from your mulligan? Steve Mariucci.
Yeah, you got to change, and you got to.
Yeah, you went San Francisco over Kansas City, then Buffalo over Detroit. Steve?
Well, I don't have a horse in the race like the Buckman over here, all right?
Buffalo over Detroit. Will you change?
The Buckman?
I'm changing because I'm watching who's playing well right now towards the end of the season, and to me it looks like the Lions are pretty darn good, all right? Look at that guy. Okay. And the Ravens are playing pretty darn good in the Super Bowl.
Kurt, you went Houston over Philly and then mulligan to Baltimore over Philadelphia. Now
I'm going to mulligan and just keep that board up there because I'm going to go with Hooch. I think the Ravens are destined playing their best football. Defense is coming along. But I'm saying, the Ravens are going to beat the Lions. Love the way that they played last week against Minnesota. So Ravens again over the line.
The model of consistency. Cynthia Freeland. Philadelphia over Kansas City, then Philadelphia over Kansas City, and you now say?
Philadelphia over Kansas City. We're bowing to it. But hey, I don't even think we've seen Kansas City's best team. Are they the most complete team? I think Kurt Warner said that. I heard that somewhere.
Gerald McCoy went Jets over Detroit, yada, 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 he mulliganed, to Baltimore over Detroit. Now, you say what?
I like it. That's why I'm standing next to Kurt. Baltimore over Detroit.
So now you're staying put.
10 toes down. Yeah, Baltimore over Detroit.
Colleen Wolfe. Detroit over the Jets.
Oh, right.
Then on Thanksgiving, you went Philadelphia over Kansas City.
Yes.
And?
Well, listen, I would love for the Eagles to play the Lions, but the NFL and their rules and all, so we can't do that. I am going to stand by my prediction, Eagles over the Chiefs. And maybe for a moment in time, Eagles fans will be nice to Kellen Moore.
Yeah, Eagles over the Chiefs, which, by the way, matches it matches the color scheme of the lettering of Super Bowl 59. So a little nutty on that. I said they would be a three-peat for the first time this year over Detroit.
Okay.
I said that on the Tuesday after Labor Day. I said that on Thanksgiving, and I am 10 toes down.
10 toes down. I like it.
I'm sticking with it. We're going to see a three-peat, everybody.
Let's go.
So what would that be? It would be a bundle rooski of staying put.
Bundle Rooski.
Bundle Rooski.
What it would be. Come, Steve, to start off the wild card bold predictions. I'm just seeing now what you're about to say.
No, you don't know what I'm going to say.
Oh, really? Okay. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm seeing something right
I see
there.
myself on camera. So.
Oh, my word.
All right,
Where are we going?
Guess who has the record, people?
Oh, my word.
For the most touchdown passes in a single postseason in the history of the world.
Okay.
Give me the music.
All right.
There it is. Okay,
It all sounds good.
but don't get cocky.
The legs are going to be
Have your head on the swivel, Kurt.
You're tied, though, with Joe Montana and Joe Flacco and Patrick Mahomes at 11 touchdown passes in one preseason. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm being reminded.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute. You threw 12. You actually threw 12 because that one to James Harrison was in the Super Bowl. That has to count, doesn't it? So you actually, we're going to show this. We're going to show this.
Not even close to the Super Bowl yet.
You didn't even make the tackle.
All right. Limits until Super Bowl week.
Okay, no. All right. So anyway, really,
somebody.
That would be your 12th, okay? What, Rich? Come on.
I can't even look now.
I'm not done yet. So, anyway, I boldly predict that Josh Allen is going to throw 12 touchdown passes in this postseason. Smash your record. And I promise that we'll never bring up James Harrison again.
Wow.
Is that a
That's
promise?
bolder than anything else.
Promises?
I promise. I mean, I don't think so.
Josh Allen has to go to 12, though.
Will one of them be a pick six, Steve? Will one of the 12 be a pick six?
No, real legitimate touchdown.
A legitimate record. All right, I'm going to go to the quarterbacks, and obviously I like my quarterbacks to throw it, but we have maybe the most athletic group of quarterbacks in the league, in the playoffs this year. We set a record this year for most rush yards for quarterbacks on the season. I say that they are going to also set a record for most rush yards by quarterbacks in an entire postseason, so that turns out to be 704 or more yards through these playoffs.
Okay.
Well, the record for sacks in a postseason is a tie between three players with 6. So I boldly predict that my boy Kyle Van Noy,
Look at him.
Baltimore Ravens, will get 7 sacks and set the new record.
All right.
Sacks in the postseason.
If he does that, he might get his third ring if he does that.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right. Kyle Van Noy gets a mention right here.
That's
Very
good.
Neat stuff.
Yeah.